bringing you news, politics, and whatever else tickles my fancy. Welcome to the Ho Ho Show, and I'm your host, Ho Ho. Broadcasting live from the attic on the Ho Ho Show. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter. You can email me, hoho@thehohoshow.com. Welcome, and as always, I am your host, Ho Ho. Alright, so this is my actual third attempt at doing this. So if you follow me, you'll have seen a couple screw ups earlier. One, I don't know, the system did some sort of a hiccup, and it didn't move on and let me actually do anything, so it just recorded a bunch of dead air for a while. I have deleted those, deleted what was on YouTube, because of course I had to put it there as well. I'll have to go into Twitter and other places as well and delete that stuff. So, as the title says, what we know, mass shooting in... I have a chat already. Wow, I even have a notification. How you doing now? So, yeah, my third attempt at doing this. But, I really wasn't going to, go there. I wasn't going to do this. But in a matter of speaking, it's one of them things that it always seems... yeah, I finally figured it out. But, it always seems that the left always throws party politics into these things way too quick. So let me get the most important aspect of this, let me say it, and then we can move on from this. To those whom have lost, the toll, it looks like 59 people have died. 500 and I think 27 is what. Yep, 527 people have been injured. And so, to those whom have lost somebody, the families of the victims who have died, our hearts goes out to you. And, just nothing that we can say could ease that pain and bring them back, and it is a tragedy that happened. To the 527 victims that have been injured, again, nothing that we can say could ease that pain and, make less your desire for revenge, for justice. And you should have justice. This is... in America, you should have justice. So, to the people whom feel it necessary to do party politics, the ones who feel it necessary to ride off the bandwagon, not even 24 hours after the fact, to make this about gun control as if for being a gun owner and a supporter of the Second Amendment right, is somehow responsible for what happened, it pisses me off. Okay, and this is also coming from a place where, I don't know anybody who died. I don't know anybody who was wounded. I don't even know anybody who was there. So, this is coming from a different place than where they come from. It irritates me to no end to see politicians standing up in front of a camera and go, this is exactly why we need gun control. It's like, really? Okay, so what what law on the books could have been, what possible law could you write that could have stopped this and prevented this from happening? Or is there already laws on the books? that could have done this. They don't want to answer that question. They just want to, more gun control and more gun control and more gun control. And of course, of which case, truth be told, there's no amount of concealed carry permit gun holders that could have prevented this as well. I mean, it's just, that was the nature of what happened. Tragedy again. This is not our fault. It's really not. There's news out there, and I guess they already have released a name, a 64-year-old gentleman, and it's one of them things too that there's nothing, that there is no religious, words that I'm looking for. I hate words. You can't throw a political party behind this because, as it looks right now, he had no, strong political, views. You can't throw a religious backing into this because, according to what they've found out so far, he didn't have those strong religious views. So, as of right now, with what we know, which is limited, allow people to mourn, allow people to, allow the FBI to, do their investigation, allow this to, for at least all the cards to fall, allow the doctors and the nurses to, save those whom they can save. Allow that to happen before you go out there and stand in front of a camera and say, we need more gun control. We need more laws. Shame on you right-wingers who was responsible for this. Shame on you actors whom say that, hey, I don't pity what happened in Las Vegas because, there's just a bunch of white country folks down there that listen to country music and they deserve what they got. Really? Is that what your attitude is going to be on this? I don't remember who said that. I did read that. I don't remember who said it. If you guys know, hey, no. I don't want to know. I really don't. I don't want to know. But, this is a tragedy. Okay? Let's move on. Let's get away from the party politics. Let's not even, there's so many different places you can go to get the news, to find out what's going on. You don't need to listen to mainstream media that's going to do nothing more than throw a spin on it. We don't want a spin. We want the news. As I put in my description, no party politics, no propaganda. Just give me the facts. We're adults here. Just give me facts. Now is not the time to throw party politics into this. Now is not the time to throw the NRA under the bus. Now's not the time. Now's the time to pick up the pieces, to analyze it, to investigate it, to see what could have been done. But, that's one of the things too, guys. I mean, when you got somebody whom is hell-bent on killing, there's not really anything you can do. I hate to tell you that. We like to live in a place where, one, nothing bad can happen to me, and two, nothing is outside of my control. But sometimes it's just not like that. I'm sorry to tell you that. Just the way that it is. It's not the message I wanted to give you today. It really isn't. It's not the message I even intended. I mean, hell, if this would have actually worked out the first time, I'm sure the message would have been a little bit different. Sometimes frustration does that to me. So yeah. To those out there who have lost somebody, I am sure with most people out there, I can't say that I feel your pain. I can't say as if I understand where you're coming from. But whatever I can do to help, I'll do. I'm sure that there are people down there right now who have volunteered, first responders, nurses, doctors, that will help out any way they possibly can. to the victims, to the people who have been wounded. I'm sure this is going to happen. That's one thing that I love about this nation is whenever tragedy happens, the people stand up, we unite, and we help each other out. That is one of the things that makes this country great. It really is. With all the tragedies that has happened to us, with the mass shootings and with the World Trade Centers, that's one thing that has been a standard, is that we as American people have come together to help rebuild, to pick up to pieces, to embrace one another as brothers, as family, and say, hey, we are all in this together. Let's do something. Let's fix this. Let's put the pieces back together again. And that's where I'm coming from. Let's put the pieces back together again. I am not concerned about party politics. I'm concerned about you, those whom have been affected in this personally. That's where my concern is. Fuck the party politics. That does nothing more than create strife. It does nothing more than create division. It does nothing more than separate us and keep us apart. Because the party politics... Do you really want to know why they do this to us all the time? Because they do not want us unified. They don't want us united. They don't want us to be one nation. They want us to be factioned. They want us to be separated. They want us to be mad at each other. Because if we actually come together as Americans, not as European Americans, not as African Americans, not as any other Americans, if we just come together as Americans, as one people, they are afraid of what we can do. They may not be relevant anymore. That's definitely not a message I intended on throwing in there. Not at all. So my heart goes out to you. Let's pick up the pieces. Do what you can. Pay attention to, I'm sure, Red Cross. I'm sure there's got to be some charities that'll be going down there to help do something, whatever. Social media, if they're, pay attention, listen, I'm sure that somebody knows somebody that's been affected by this. So let's, just pay attention out there on social media. And, maybe we can do something to help. Let's not just, bitch, moan, and complain. Let's, put our money where our mouths is. If you can donate time, donate time. If you can donate money, donate money. If you can donate, talent, donate talent. If you can help in any way, just, do that. Be the change you want to see. Damn, that fortune cookie crap. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for listening. Just don't participate into the party politics, guys. Don't do that. Don't lessen yourself. Don't lessen the situation. Don't give a foothold to them people that want to do nothing more than divide us. Stay on point. All right. That's all I got for you. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy.